Distinguished audience, it gives me great pleasure to address the Kuwait-US Economic Forum, an event we highly value since it was launched at the sidelines of the US-Kuwait Strategic Dialogue, which started back in 2016, reflecting the shared vision of our leaders for strengthening our bilateral cooperations and coordinating to ensure regional stability and expand global development cooperation. Today, as we celebrate more than 60 years of diplomatic relationship with multiple memorandum of understanding signed to reinforce the cooperation between our two countries, we witness the strength of our bilateral relations is exemplified in our economic partnership, especially that the US is amongst Kuwait's largest suppliers of goods and services. Kuwait invests more than $300 billion in the US across a wide portfolio through its sovereign wealth fund, KIA, managing total assets worth around $700 billion. Kuwait also provides one of the most active markets for the American investments in the region in multiple sectors. We also send around 15,000 students annually to enroll in American renowned universities. After this brief introduction, I would like to touch on the challenging times we are witnessing since early 2020, stemming from the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. The stringent preventive and precautionary measures undertaken globally to combat the pandemic, including lockdowns, curfews, social distancing, and bans on travel. Yet the pandemic remains prolonged by the emergence of new variants, unequal vaccine availability. That in turn has caused supply and demand shocks, unleashed waves of political, economic, and social disturbances, and undermined every single walk of our lives: businesses, education, health, leisure, amongst others. However, it has taught us firsthand the urgency of nurturing active partnership and effective cross-border collaborations to be able to move forward in face of this unprecedented adversity. I'm gratified to acknowledge that Kuwait and the United States have taken timely and pivotal measures to adapt to the disruptive pandemic repercussions, and on the other hand continued to broaden bilateral relationships in trade, investment, education, healthcare, customs, border protection, defense, security, consular affairs, as well as expanding to people exchange and cross-cultural understandings. These measures entailed placing people's well-being as a top priority, responding to the supply chain crisis to avail the needed medical and food supplies, maintaining economic resilience and staying agile, adjusting job markets to hybrid and remote forms, and accelerating digital transformation. We are here today to move along this charted roadmap by showcasing to the interested American companies and the emerging technological enterprises to consider investing in Kuwait and be part of Kuwait 2035 vision, aiming to attain a more diversified, innovative, and knowledge-based economy. Kuwait's market offers several attributes that make it a desirable investment location, including multi-billion dollars of potential investment opportunities in large developmental and infrastructural projects, including designated economic and free zones, smart cities, competitive business advantage, advanced ICT ecosystem, transparent legal and regulatory system, and improving intellectual property regime with data privacy protection regulation, and a pool of creative, highly educated, youthful talents. In this regard, KDIPA, Kuwait's National Investment Promotion Agency, had further strengthened its promotional and regulatory roles by signing a cooperation agreement with its counterpart, Select USA, to provide all the needed support and facilitation to the interested American Kuwaiti investors to settle and expand their businesses in diverse sectors, including traditional ones like oil and gas, petrochemical industry, power generation and desalination facilities, consumer goods, as well as new sectors like biomedical research, renewable energy, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, robotics, cognitive science, amongst others. Finally, I hope this forum will serve as intended to be an open and interactive platform for the American Kuwaiti business community, along with the senior government officials and industry experts, to tackle pertinent issue, exchange experience, determine priorities, as well as to ponder upon potential ways to deepen the existing investment, commercial and economic space to foster Kuwait-US mutual benefits. I thank you all.